Right after I completed this video, news reports around the world are saying Nissan stock price is suddenly up by about 15%, which is a shock for Nissan considering the fact that they were just downgraded by another ratings agency to junk. Why would their stock just go right up when another ratings agency says, don't touch these guys? They're about to go, good chance they're going to be bankrupt very soon. The reason is this. People are speculating. There's news reports saying Tesla could buy Nissan. Seriously, I mean, it's all over the German media. It's in the US media. Particularly, it's in the Japanese media, though. Apparently, this is where the sources are coming from people in Japan, executives apparently in Japan, saying that there are talks between Nissan and Tesla. Now, I think this is all made up, but here's the full story. Another financial credit rating company has downgraded Nissan's debt to junk status. This comes after Nissan basically declined Honda's attempt to take over the company and save it from bankruptcy, which I believe was a critical error. And analysts are now saying that it's going to be very, very difficult for Nissan to come back from this position. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. I'm Sam Evans. You're watching The Electric Viking. Great to have you with us. If you want to become a member of the channel, you get access to some videos that are not seen on the normal channel. I'll put a link in the description. Nissan, they've got a lot of debt. They need to get more finance for that debt. So if anyone's willing to give them some money, to loan them some money, obviously the interest rate they'll be paying will be higher. Now, when your debt is rated a junk, that's the result. You've got to pay a high interest rate. In addition to that, Nissan already have a bond payment. I believe it's $7.8 billion that they have to repay. Company executives have privately expressed concern at maybe not being able to pay that amount of money. Nissan is doing all kinds of things to raise money. They're doing things that I think are a critical error. For example, they're offering 10-year warranties to old Nissan car owners. Basically, if you've got an old Nissan car, we'll give you a 10-year warranty. Bring it in, get it serviced by us for the next few years, and you'll qualify for your warranty. So Nissan's willing to do anything to raise funds. This is a pretty risky scenario, right? You're saying to someone who's got a car that's, say, 2 years old, as long as you start servicing it with us, we'll give you a 10-year warranty. But what does that mean down the road? I mean, internal combustion cars don't last 10 years in many cases. They wear out. We've seen the data. We've seen the numbers. Guys, I've done videos on the actual data on how long they last for. Literally, they're lasting for, on average, 160,000 miles, internal combustion cars. You can do more than that in 10 years easily. Nissan are doing all kinds of things to try and save money, shutting down factories, shutting down production lines, firing 9,400 staff. Anyway, Moody's is saying, nah, it's not good enough. And Moody's financial research firm have therefore not only downgraded them to junk, but also revealed a negative outlook for the future. Moody cited a variety of factors, including a slowdown in China, high inventories, large incentives in the United States. And they also pointed to a lack of hybrids in America, which is a growing segment where Nissan is absent. Why don't Nissan sell their e-Power hybrids in the United States? Well, there is a good reason for this, because they're not economical. The hybrids, the e-Power hybrids, if you purchase one of these and you do driving on freeways or highways, they're no more economical than a normal car. Even Nissan themselves said this. They only make sense if you live in a city. If you've got an e-Power hybrid from Nissan and you do your driving in cities, then you will get a better mile per gallon return. Or in the case of Australia, you'll get better fuel efficiency. They do have them here in Australia. But the truth is, Honda said, guys, if we acquire you, there's no point using that technology anymore. It's not very good. Our hybrid technology is better than yours, and Mitsubishi's hybrid technology is better than ours. And as we know, Mitsubishi's hybrid technology is okay, but hybrid technology from BYD and Geely is much, much better. It shows you just how bad Nissan's hybrids actually are. That's why there was no point for them to sell them in the United States. The situation isn't dire, say Nissan, thanks to substantial cash holdings. But remember, you can burn through that really fast. Nissan has an assortment of weaknesses, though, says Moody, and is embarking on a restructuring program. According to Moody's Dean Enyo, the downgrade to BA1 reflects the deterioration and expectation for continuing weakness in Nissan's credit profile, most notably in its free cash flow and its EBIT margin in its automotive business. In other Nissan news, the Financial Times reported that several high-profile Japanese officials and businessmen want Tesla to invest in them. The Financial Times and high-profile Japanese officials want Tesla to invest in them. I actually mentioned this about 6 months ago that I thought there was a chance that Nissan could be looking at Tesla. Do you think Tesla would be interested in this? I think no. I think there's going to be no interest from Tesla at all. But, I mean, they're not saying there is interest from Tesla. They're saying there's interest from Nissan. This sounds like a pipe dream, but the group appears to believe that Tesla could be interested in Nissan's US plants. I think that's just ludicrous that Tesla would want that. I actually think Tesla's not that focused on car building at all anymore. Thus, the reason for their decision to not build that factory in Mexico. Tesla CEO Elon Musk seemingly downplayed this possibility in a tweet, suggesting their plants can't easily be replicated elsewhere. This is what numerous automakers have said. Secondhand car plants are worth peanuts. He stated this: the Tesla factory is the product. The Cybertruck production line is like nothing else in the automotive industry. So basically, Tesla is saying Nissan's factories wouldn't be worth anything to us, and no, we don't want them. A Tesla rescue seems far-fetched, but a Nikkei reported, this is obviously the most credible media publication in Japan, that Foxconn has proposed a four-way tie-up that would include Honda, Nissan, and Mitsubishi and Foxconn. These four companies collaborating together, trying to save each other from bankruptcy. Now, Foxconn is the only company of those four that isn't potentially going to go bankrupt in the next 5 years. Foxconn should steer clear. This is a terrible decision for them. Don't get involved with this. It's like jumping on the Titanic and going, oh, well, I'll save it. However, with Nissan and Honda failing to make a deal because, well, for one, Honda said the CEO of Nissan has to leave for them to actually come to an agreement. I don't see any of this happening. I think it's just news reports, speculation. But I don't know. There's a lot of speculation, especially the stuff about Tesla that's gaining steam for some reason. I don't see any value in the Nissan business personally. I wouldn't purchase it. I mean, to be honest, if I was a CEO of, say, some kind of conglomerate, the Volkswagen Group or Stellantis, I still wouldn't be interested. I don't see the brand value here. I don't see the purpose. Nissan's vehicles are just affordable cars. They're runabouts, affordable runabouts. Yeah, sure, they have the Nissan Patrol. Nissan Patrol, though, is old school. It's incredibly old school. It's basically, I mean, the version of Nissan Patrol they sell in Australia, it's like 20 years old. It's ridiculous. So really, in my opinion, Nissan have no way out unless they basically get on their knees, decide to take it up the butthole. I mean, I shouldn't say that, should I? Sorry, but that's the truth. They have to do that. They've got to say, Hondas, we're sorry, we'll take your deal. And you know what? You can be our overlords as long as you save us from bankruptcy, because otherwise, what are they going to do? I mean, what on earth are they going to do? You tell, guys, what do you think? You've been watching the videos on what's happening with Nissan. You know how bad it is. The mainstream media are trying to play it down. Car websites are like, right, everything's fine for Nissan. The Electric Viking's making it up. It's not fine, I can assure you. Thanks for watching.